got Flashback spawning as our blue Protoss in the self-position on Xel'Naga Caverns. Maybe I should have had you do this after all. And in the top position, we have our pink Protoss Imagination spawning up at the 2 o'clock position. And Xel'Naga Caverns, Imagination wants me to talk about how pro split was, but the game started on Flashback, so I can't. I'm sorry, Imagination.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to the game, what do you think our chances are of seeing 4-gate versus 4-gate? I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Now, since you introduced the players, I actually want to introduce the tournament itself, because this is the TQ Qualifier number 3. This will be another one next week, and the prize for these things are 4 qualifications for the TQ Invitational, where I pulled up the list for this. We're going to be watching VVV Titan, VVV Murder, COL Anti-Mage, D-Killer, FXOSheth, ROOTDdoRo, Nova Starlife, COL Ganon, EGAxslav, NrGdde, LG Xel'Naga, VT Poke Bunny, and others are going to be playing in this thing. We've got a couple great qualifying players. For example, TQ Swarm and REQPhilibird. They both are qualified from the respective number 1 and number 2 qualifiers. So this is going to be an amazing tournament once we actually get to the TQ Invitational.
Oh, absolutely. That is an all-star lineup for pretty much. I think we've got mostly North American players, but there are a few Europeans in there as well, it seems like, right? I think that's a couple.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they all have North American accounts at the very least to be able to play in this thing. I do know that Killer plays on the European account, on the European side as well, or the Korean side. I think he plays on Korea as well. I don't know. I thought I saw him streaming that for a minute a couple days ago.
It's possible. I wonder what the lag would be like from the Korean side of things. As we see both players doing a little bit of scouting, everything turning out pretty normally, so I think we are going to see the 4-gate versus 4-gate. No really super early second gas or cheese going up for either player. But yeah, EU runs pretty well for me. I don't really have any lag on EU, but I don't have a Korean account, so I haven't seen it. Ooh, second gas for Imagination.
Ooh, interesting. So, NR20. Not sure what that means, but
It means no rush, 20 minutes.
Oh God, that makes.
We want another macro game, right?
Oh yeah, especially on Xel'Naga. It's a great PvP macro map, even though it's not at all, as I blatantly just lie to everybody.
So right now, Imagination could be going for something really high tech. I mean, we could see DTs, we could see a really early Robo. We could also see a Sentry Zealot heavy expand too. So it's kind of tough to see. Either way, whatever he's doing is dangerous to do against a 4-gate.
Yeah, the timing is so critical when you try and do this sentry block to get up Robo Attack. But it can be great if you can do it effectively. Imagination is actually going to end up saving his probe from the Zealot that tried to grab the Watchtower. Which is cool to see.
Yeah, nice snag there. Yeah, it's always good to see players to make sure they keep track of every little unit that they have. We do have a really early Robo going out for Imagination, so he's probably going to be rushing to Colossus, I would imagine, as fast as he possibly can. And we'll have to see how that goes.
Yep, and we do have second gateway going up. Probably the third one will be put up fairly soon. He is getting sentries. He'll probably produce another sentry directly after this sentry is done. Now he does have a first warp gate. The first force field is going to be able to be done, but this is going to be tight as we do have these proxy pylons being made outside of Imagination's base. He's going to be able to cut off these units. Oh, he sort of, not really. He's got to get another sentry out. His warp gate is almost done, but this could actually end up being the worst possible timing, as this pylon might actually end up going up.
Yeah, it looks like it will actually finish. He'll need to be very, very careful that his units don't get splinched as they warp in, but no, it doesn't look like they will. So it looks like right now Flashback able to put on a lot of pressure. I think Imagination knows that he is in huge trouble. Although if he keeps producing sentries, who knows?
No, Flashback has this. He has the vision on the warp gate, on the high ground, I mean. And we do have the Robo coming out. This is going to be tough. This is going to all rely on this Immortal and sniping off those Stalkers. However, there are a lot of Zealots, a lot of pros are going to go down, and I honestly don't think this is winnable for Imagination. I think this is going to be Flashback's game. The timing was just too tight.
Yeah, absolutely. He might be able to push back this little group of Stalkers, possibly, but there's no way he's going to be able to, very little chance anyway, he'd be able to win the game after this.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is really looking down. So the Mortal is about to go down. The Stalkers are going to target it, and the Mortal goes down. This is done. Flashback is officially gone to the next round. GG from Imagination. Well played.
Yeah, so Flashback forcing a game 3 with a pretty well executed 4 Warp Gate, and we're going to see an Ace match.
Very, very cool. We're gonna move on to that now.